Alright, kia ora, g'day, welcome back. Well, had a bit of extra time, got some work done, and so wanted to get out and get a little bit more moving, and also had a thought that I haven't done many isometric holds for a while, so I thought I'd do a bit, as well as just loosened up with a bit of rope flow. I did a few more rope flow pieces in between the session. I filmed at least one other rope flow piece, but yeah, it was about sort of 3 to 5 minutes each one of those in between. The other ones were probably, I don't know, 1 minute to 2 minutes. But the isometric holds that I went through today were some of the wall sit ones, and trying to target more one leg at a time, especially my left leg, my left knee in particular, and then incorporated a few slant board squats in between, some slow descending ones and slow coming up, some slow descents as well as coming up sort of normal speed, I suppose, and also incorporated some like pull-up type isometric holds on the lat pull-down machine, pulling down slowly and getting to the point where I usually hit a sticking point, and or where it feels quite hard for me on a pull-up on the lat pull-down machine and on the pull-up bar itself, and those felt really good. So I did anywhere from sort of 3 to 5 sets of each. With these holds, I was looking to hold for about 30 seconds, thereabouts, 20 to 30 seconds. Some of the lat pull down holds, I think I was only managing to hold sort of 15 to 20 seconds before needing to let it go back up. And I think also the same on some of the leg extension isometric holds, sort of managed to squeeze out 20 to anywhere between 20 to 30 seconds on those holds. My right knee just feels awesome, It's just, there's no pain at all. I really want to try to work towards getting my left knee in the same sort of shape as my right knee, so that I can start loading the bar better again and squatting. The parts that I'm really trying to focus on in here is really trying to drive into the toes of my foot, because as I do that on the wall sit, that's where I feel a lot of strain go into the knee. I'm not worrying about trying to get super parallel, thighs parallel to the ground, especially for my left knee, because it's at this point where I'm not parallel to the ground where I can actually feel the pain in my left knee. So where that pain is, that's where I choose to stop, and that's where I try to drive the weight into my toes. And by doing that, for me, I can feel a heck of a lot of not pain, but a lot of, I suppose, force, pressure, whatever the right term is, into my knee, and it feels good. So trying to get some overloading happening in those parts there, and my knees definitely, man, they felt really good the more I did this and incorporated some of the slant board squats. So yeah, that's why I'm not going fully parallel, because on my left knee I can actually feel the pain in that position there. So I figured I'll stay at the same position. I don't feel any pain anywhere in my right knee, regardless of which position I go to, which is, yeah, it's awesome. So I figured I'll just stay at that same sort of angle and yeah, continue to hold in that position there. So anyway, I'll skip forward to some of the other ones and look to do some voiceovers there where applicable. Oh yeah, just using a 10 kilo plate. Should be slow descending. All of them were pretty much slow descending squats, slower than 5 seconds to get down anyway. Maybe it's sort of 10 to 15 seconds to get down, and I'm not sure if this round I'm doing normal ascent or if I'm going slow up. I know I did a whole bunch slow down and slow up anyway, so we'll soon see. Okay, yep, and slow coming up. I did a mix between single reps, some double reps, and some triple reps for other ones when I was coming up a bit quicker. So I'm pretty sure this is just a single rep, this one, before going into the next lot of exercises. So this was the single leg isometric hold. The leg that's obviously on the pad is the one that I'm trying to kick out, but I've stacked the plate rack quite a lot, so I can't move it at all. But I can feel a lot of pressure going in through my knee and in through my quad as well. But this feels, there's a bit of pain there in this position at the start, and so the more I did this, the less pain I felt. So there, I think it's probably only 15 seconds to 20 seconds. That was pretty hard to hold actually. Could feel my quad and everything shaking. Might not be able to see it, but my legs are definitely shaking. I found I probably could have had both legs in at the same time and just had the whole stack pinned, and I wouldn't have been able to move it. Or probably could have just had half the stack pinned. I probably wouldn't have been able to move it, but just felt better. Felt like I could target each leg properly by just using one leg on the pad and having half the stack pinned, which I couldn't move it anyway. And then back that up with, I think these are singles, slow. All of them are slow descents, and maybe just one rep again in between, or maybe I do a couple. I'm not too sure. Depends on how quickly I come up from memory. So I sort of played around with that. Most of the time though, I think most of the squats I did was slow down and then slow up for the most part. Really happy with how my squat's going on the slant board. Obviously be a different story once I'm flat on the ground, but that's all part of this rebuilding and getting back to hopefully a good standard with the squat. That's right. I went back to the single leg wall squats because I wanted to just work on that left side again. So I'm shifting more of my weight over onto my left knee. I've gone down slightly lower than where I was on those first lot of wall sits, just because this is another, I guess, pinch point where I'm feeling some of that pain. So it's only like a fraction lower than where I was when I was first doing these wall sits. And then I back these up with some slant board squats as well. Again, trying to hold for about 30 seconds or so on each leg before getting up and then going onto the slant board. Slant board, I'm not sure this time around, maybe it's where I do 3 reps going down slow and then coming up normal pace, but yeah, we'll soon see. Oh, that's right. Forgot about these. So I did do each leg, and then I, for a short period of time, held just with both legs. You can see me go up a bit as well. So I could feel that point that I was in, the pain had gone, but when I came up a bit, I could feel that pain again in the left knee. So I just pushed myself up a little bit more, really trying to push in through my toes. And yeah, seeing how these isometric holds go with regards to trying to remove some of that pain and strengthen some of the weakness that I've clearly got in my left knee. And then I'm pretty sure I do some slant board squats after this. Again, just the 10 kilo plate. Pretty sure, I think this might be a set or two where I do 3 reps, so slow descending and then coming up sort of normal speed, or slightly slower than normal speed. No, that's probably pretty much normal speed for me. So yeah, pretty sure it's 3 reps. I don't recall doing any more than 3 reps this afternoon's extra bit of work. That's what I should have mentioned at the start of this voiceover when the rope flow started. Yeah, had a bit of time. I'm not sure if I did actually. So got a little bit of extra work in. Really trying to target and just really wanting my knee to come good sooner rather than later, if I'm honest. Just really keen to start running again. And then on this part here, start fairly high from memory. Just finding that point where that pain is in the knee. Pretty sure I do drop slightly, so just driving with both feet this time. Trying to push as evenly as I can through the ground out to the toes. I'm pretty sure I drop a little bit lower. Hopefully I do. I'm sure I do anyway. I felt like I did when I was doing these ones. I did a couple of sets of these actually. Started off fairly high like you see me there, and then I end up lowering down slightly just to get to another little point. So just dropped slightly a little bit then, where I can feel that pain and tightness in my left knee only. And yeah, just wanting to try to spend a bit of time there, camped out there, driving in through the toes, and hopefully these isometric holds help. I'll need to do them more consistently than just a one-off anyway. So I think I've found what I will probably do either tomorrow morning or again at some stage tomorrow afternoon, whether it's as an extra session or whether it's just the session that I choose to film and put up for the day. But for today, what are we, Thursday? I thought I might as well post this one up as well. Sometimes when I get a little bit of extra time, I'll film some of the extra work that I do and then just post it up, and if it helps somebody else then cool, if not, doesn't matter. Yeah, it is what it is. And not sure if I do 3 reps again or just singles. Yeah, must do 3 again. So anyway, oh yes, so the lat pull down iso hold. So I'm trying to squeeze my scapulars down, then engage the rest of the arm movement, pulling down. This is the part where I typically feel a bit of pain sometimes in my left lat in particular. Didn't feel any pain today, but I just felt that tightness on the left side. So this is where I paused. I think there's only 7 plates on there. My arms might not be able to see it, but they were definitely shaking, and I think I only held for about 15 to 20 seconds before easing it back up, and then again just following it up with some slant board squats. Been slant board squat heavy in every session, which you may have seen if you've been watching some of the videos with the morning and afternoon sessions, but yeah, for good reason. I just, like I said earlier, keen to get to running again, keen to get this knee strengthened and sorted out, mindful of hopefully I'm not overdoing it. I don't feel like I am. I feel like it's making really good progress, and I feel like my squat, I guess I'm basing that on how my squat progression is going on the slant board, albeit without any weights. But that, for me, getting that low and getting that much hamstring as close as I can to my calf is like way further than where I've been when I first started doing this a few days ago. So happy with that. Yeah, a little bit more rope flow. So I filmed a couple of the rope flow pieces in between. I was doing some rope flow in between some of the other bits and pieces, but those were probably maybe only 1 minute to 2 minutes long. I think I did a couple. The first one at the start was probably 5 minutes. This one might have been close to 3 or 4 minutes, but the other ones would have been well less than those first 2 rounds. But yeah, happy with it. I'm able to move a little bit more. I'm still not really moving my spine that much. I still look pretty stiff to me when I'm watching this back, but I've definitely come a long way in terms of where I was about a week ago, or when I started trying to incorporate the rope flow. And then, as I said, if I go and get tangled up. Oh yeah, with regards to these, I was doing the isometric piece at the bottom, so I only did 3 sets, I think, of these. This is the first set. I'm pretty sure I filmed all of them as well. 3 or 4 sets, something like that. Holding for about 15 to 20 seconds at the bottom, and then I don't worry about trying to press back up. I think I'd give that a go on the last set, and I think that was partly because I was probably quite warm by then. But with these isometric holds at the bottom of the dip, body weight only, I was just coming off like that. And then again, followed up with some slant board squats, just body weight, no weight, and slow down, and pretty sure slow up as well, and just the one rep for each of these after each isometric hold on the dip bar. I paused there a bit because that's where I felt a little bit of tightness and pain in my left knee, so I wanted to dig into that a bit before going down a bit more. That pain went away, so then I went down as far as I could, which felt good. Pause there again on the way up, just because that's where that tightness and a little bit of pain was, and then carried on with the ascent to get back to my feet. When I'm going through, or when I was doing these slant board squats, I've been really trying to focus on trying to feel the pressure through the 3 key parts of my foot, so through my big toe, my little toe, and through my heel, and if I'm honest, through the center part of my foot as well, or mid-foot. I'm really trying to feel that pressure as evenly as I can, even though I'm on the slant board, for when I'm lowering down and when I'm coming up. So hopefully that pays some dividends when I go away from using the slant board and get into some normal squats, and when I've got my lifting shoes back on. So I'm just wearing some flat soled shoes as I'm going through these. Yeah, I think this is the last round, so this is the third or the fourth one. The rest in between these wasn't that long. To be honest, it didn't really need to be. There was only one isometric hold in the dip as an example for here, and then one squat body weight, albeit slow, and then I typically felt pretty right to go again. So I think this is the last set. I feel like I went lower each time with each set with the isometric hold, so that was good. And then this will be the rep where I look to drive up under control to get back to the top of the dip before hopping off and then finishing off with the last squat. But anyway, again, if you made it this far, appreciate your time. Thank you very much for your support. As always, I really do appreciate it. And as always, the message is the same. Anybody going through any dark times, challenges, difficulties, heartache, just keep turning up, keep staying in the fight, put one foot in front of the other. Know that the sun will shine again and that there are better days ahead, and those better days are coming for you. They're closer than you think. There is a light at the end of that tunnel, so just stick at it. I know it sucks, but stick at it. Stick at it, and things can and will get better. I promise you. So as always, go always a little further. Remember, who dares wins and who cares wins. And until the next video, there's a big mana wave coming from me to you, filled with my aloha, respect, appreciation, and gratitude for you all.